Hi everyone, Chef from Outdoors in the Low Countries. Now some time ago I cut down some Douglas firs, and in this video we're going to see how we're going to make some nice timber out of that. Now to create this timber I will use this very old workmate together with this locker-like workmate to create a nice working area. And this old aluminium ladder will be used as a guide. The Douglas tree that has been cut down in the other video will be milled in this video, and the question is, will the MS362 Stihl chainsaw be able to mill it properly? And to create a flat and straight guidance for the first slab, an aluminium ladder will be used for the chainsaw mill. At both sides a wooden structure will be mounted that supports this ladder. Oiled up and fueled up, so time to start. So let's first do a test run, see if all works well. The Stihl MS362 is a 59cc chainsaw with 3.4 kilowatt or 4.6 horsepower engine power. I bought this chainsaw for the more heavy type of forest work, but let's also see if it can be used for Alaskan chainsaw milling of a Douglas tree. With a winch, chainsaw milling becomes so much easier because you don't need to use any force in order to get the chainsaw through the wood. And the only thing you need to do is control the chainsaw RPM with the rotating speed of the winch. Here we have a 36-inch chainsaw mill with a 70 cm or 28-inch blade and a ripping chain. And when you have reached the end, you need to disconnect the rope of the winch in order to prevent the chainsaw from cutting through this rope. And don't forget to put a wedge now and then in order to prevent the saw from getting pinched between the two blades. And when you have cut the first slab, the ladder and the support structure can be removed because the freshly cut surface can then be used as a guidance for the next milling. So we now had our first slab with the ladder, and I'm going to make it thinner because the ladder is now not going to be needed anymore, and I want to make it little thinner slabs. So let's decrease the thickness. For the second and following slabs, you can put your chainsaw mill at any thickness that you prefer for your timber. I typically use 40 mm as slab thickness for general timber in my workshop. The little white tank on top of the chainsaw mill is filled with chainsaw oil and gives direct lubrication towards the chain via a small interface block that is mounted on the bar. Because of the long chain and the continuous sawing, this additional lubrication is quite necessary and reduces the wear of bar and chain. The wedges are painted orange so they can be traced back easier in between the sawdust. The amount of oil that flows onto the chain is controlled by a small valve just below the tank. This 59cc chainsaw, Stihl MS362, clearly has no problem cutting through this Douglas timber. So the answer to the question whether a MS362 Stihl chainsaw can be used for chainsaw milling using a 70 cm blade, the answer is yes, no problem at all. And here you see a very nice example of how beautiful the pattern of Douglas actually is, with the different colorization, which only becomes more prettier as the wood is getting older. And before I put this timber away for drying, I will first give it a second layer of anchor seal. It already has a first layer of anchor seal when I cut the tree down, but it will now receive a second layer in order to ensure that the end grain doesn't split during the drying process. So the next step is now to put it away, let it dry, and make nice things of this Douglas timber. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm now going to store this wood and see you next time here in the low countries.